Basically, it's a crisis of confidence. The people are not really betting on the sustainable economic recovery of Pakistan. With the IMF coming back, it's a breather. We have avoided a messy default, but with imports opening up, there is a backlog of payments that's coming up, but that's pushing the interbank market. And in anticipation, people are buying in the open market. And since there is a condition of the IMF is that the gap between the open market and the interbank market has to remain within 1.25% for 5 consecutive days. So that is pushing the interbank up. And seeing this kind of a trend, the supply within the interbank market from exporters and remitters are slowing down. They expect the currency to depreciate, and once they see the depreciation round to complete, they start putting in the money. So that is something which is being driven from demand side of backlog of the payments and eroding confidence of general masses in the world. So the thing is this that first we need to understand why this kind of condition of the IMS being inserted in the last program is because of the practices of the previous finance minister. He was trying to keep the interbank market much lower, and there was a time when interbank was floating around 220 and the open market went up to 260 or something, and in a day the currency fell by 30-40 rupees or so forth. So to stop that, they have put, imposed this condition. Now this condition is making things even more difficult. So the key is that we need to revive the confidence of the investor. We need to revive the people confidence in PKR investment, and for that, increase in interest rate is not the only solution. They have to come up with other options as well. But they have to show that the dollars are coming in the country, and we need about 10 to 15 billion dollars in the next month. Well, I mean, it's very hard to come up with a number and something, but you see, that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a self-feeding mechanism. If people start expecting the currency to go down, they start buying the dollars in the open market, and that'll put pressure of the currency in the open market. Then when you see this kind of the things are happening, importers would rush down to import more in anticipation that the prices to move up, and they try to create the inventory. And the exporter in remittances, they stop. So when all these things start happening, so the process of dollar going, rupee going down start happening as what people are predicting. So it's a challenging position. So here the communication from the state bank is very important. The good thing is about that, the last night I spoke to some traders in the banks, and they were saying that they're getting some kind of queries from the exporters to bring the money back, and the importers are saying that it's too high a rate to buy. So let's see how the currency to move in the next few days, and that will determine the fate. But nonetheless, the inflation differential is there, and that theoretical proposition implies that the currency to keep on depreciating for 1 to 2% every month. They have to give the right signal. The first signal is that in the upcoming monetary policy, they perhaps have to increase the interest rate to give the right signal that they're going to control the inflation. Because if you're not going to control the inflation, the currency would keep on depreciating, and if currency would keep on depreciating, the inflation will become high. Suspicious. So you need to control that, and for doing this, you need to give that signal. The other signal is that the government should come up with some kind of a plan to reform and start walk the talk and start implementing it. And the inflows which are being promised by friends and other investors under SFIC and other avenues should start pouring into the country. So inflows, reforms, and monetary policy decision, these three things have to happen in the next few weeks to restore confidence.